Idaho in their predominantly yellow uniforms with black trim. BYU and the home Royals with white. And tip-off goes to Amari Whiting. Hudgens gives to Whiting, receives right back straight away, looking for Calvert. Now the entry pass, high post, backdoor cut, and a reverse layup is good. The first 2 points of the season for BYU in the books. The quarter break. The Cougars offense. And inside out game. Hudgens knocks down the three. 5-0 BYU lead, and a nice find by Delaney Gibb.
Hudgens comes in from Santa Clara, and she averaged 36% from three-point last year, and you continue to see on the other side, BYU's defense, a huge emphasis for Amber Whiting to be more defensive focused.
Back to work after a very impressive performance in their exhibition, where they scored over 100.
And look, once again, right inside, Carvalho wants to post up Heather Hampton. She does a really good job staying low, being balanced, and sealing.
Good cut inside, and the finish by Olivia Nelson.
And that's what the Vandals need more of. They need movement away from the basketball, particularly when BYU's turn their head, looking at the ball, you lose your defender.
Near steal. Whiting, good hesitation move with the shoulders. Freezes the defender and gets to the hoop. It's 11-2 BYU.
She's really moving much more freely and confident with her body this year, coming off that ACL in high school. As we see a big three-point shot.
The answer from Hassman. BYU and Gibb. Quick hands by Idaho. BYU still comes up with it. Gibb to Whiting, cycled to Hudgens for another three, and Hudgens has knocked down her first 2 three-point shots of the season.
It goes into that good, better, best that Lee Camard was telling me about. They want to get the best look possible, and we saw that there.
Idaho's starting to find a little rhythm on offense. Rebounding, she scored a ton of points as well, Kristen.
Points, defense, I mean, you name it. She brought toughness for this team. She's an incredible player to wear that BYU jersey, and it's going to have to be done by committee, as we mentioned.
What a find by Amari Whiting in transition off the airball miss from Brands. Forced to go back after Congdon. Congdon wants Calvert inside, and she beats the double team, Kristen. 20-7 BYU. BYU's lone experienced big, and she made the Idaho defense. Delaney Gibb off the screen from Calvert. Calvert open again. That pick and roll working very nicely for BYU with the guards and Emma Calvert.
Emma Calvert back to her natural position at that 5 spot where she was kind of bumped out more with Lauren Gustin, but Calvert, no doubt, is their best perimeter big, but she can play inside out.
And a nice motion and cut for Idaho on that offensive set as Nelson scores a tough bucket. Delaney Gibb is left wide open in transition. Emma Calvert having a field day with layups in the first quarter. BYU's got 24 points in 8.5 minutes.
And the Cougars with 7 assists on 9 made field goals, but the Idaho Vandals come right back. They don't hang their heads, they answer. Well, she got into some foul trouble, right? And that's why we didn't see her as much in the second quarter.
Off the screen from Calvert. She'll pull up just inside the three-point line and drop it in. Kemery Congdon.
Lauren Davenport, I think, can take on a little bit bigger role in this second quarter and just be more assertive as well.
Delaney Gibb, oh, how good is that move right there? A little cradle of the basketball to protect and then score from the left side. The Cougars lead 20-18. Here comes the trap, Davenport and Gibb, and they forced a turnover. A wide open layup is scored by Brinley Cannon on the steal.
In the right place, right exactly where she was supposed to be when that trap came. She's intercepting that middle pass. Advantage BYU in that extended pressure.
The trap was there so quick on Nelson. Schweitzer doubled. Good find for an open three, and it's paid off by Hope Hassman.
Heads-up play from Schweitzer. When I talk to them in their language and let them know, hey, I will take care of your girl and help her get better.
Skip pass from Davenport to Delaney Gibb, and Gibb is into double figures scoring. 1 for 2 on the free throw line trip. Congdon trying to split the defense with that pass. It's knocked down, so she'll step back and settle into a three that rattles in. Whiting to Cannon. Oh, good pass inside. What a great set by BYU's offense right there. Very unselfish And quick passing, and look at that. Hampson scores a bucket on one end and comes back down the floor and gets a big block out of bounds. 9 offensive rebounds for BYU here in the first half. Odland turning, going right at Hudgens, but that shot is altered perhaps just a little bit. The two teams are combined 0 for their last 14 shooting, make it 0 for 15. That's a third foul on Mariah Hudgens, and she's going to go back to the bench for BYU. Some frustration there for Hudgens, and a 3 is up and good from Hope Hassman. First points of the half belong to the Vandals, and from beyond the arc. Calvert continues to have her way in the post. Olivia Nelson was cut off on the baseline and threw it out to a couple of teammates. Somehow it's stolen away by BYU, and Nelson takes it right back and scores. Nelson gets it right back. Schweitzer fakes the 3, trying to flip it to Odland, and a turnover by Idaho. Transition opportunity for BYU. Gibb from Whiting. And the Cougars offense trying to reset here. 14 seconds on the shot clock. High screen from Calvert. Whiting working behind it. Sees a lane. Oh, what a finish by Amari Whiting. That odd foot finish is becoming more and more common in major college basketball, and certainly in the professional ranks.
And that opportunity for that drive, the dribble drive penetration was there. To see a monster block from Calvert. Now they need to score. They've been over 2.5 minute scoring drought, and they've got to find something to go in the rim.
Schweitzer under the arms of Calvert. Sarah Brands turns. Can't connect there. Transition 3 for Davenport is good. Uriardi has her floater blocked by Congdon.
With it.
Hossman adds to her Idaho team lead in points. She's got 16 now, Kristen, and starting to find the range for the Vandals here in the third quarter.
Well, 12 of those 16 have come from three-point, and she is clearly one of their best weapons on the outside. Shoots with confidence. She's got a quick trigger.
Whiting answers back with a floater in the lane. Thought she was fouled as well.
Creating that space with that contact. That's something that BYU continues to improve on.
Defending, back out to Congdon now goes Whiting. Right at Nelson. That's a bulldog move by Kemery Congdon, and a big bucket for BYU with 12 seconds to play in the third quarter. Idaho setting up for the final shot here in the third frame. Brands gets the friendly bounce.
It's all the same, but really cool to be doing it on a different turf.
Yeah, well, that's great. Thank you, Stephanie, and it's great to see you back. Back to you, Spencer.
Idaho has had 3 separate opportunities to cut this BYU lead down to 5, but have not been able to pay it off. Hudgens, big bucket for BYU.
Schweitzer now, she's got 8 points, 6 rebounds as we take a look at Mariah Hudgens trying.
Idaho looks a little disorganized here. They'll settle for Schweitzer. The shot clock winding down, and Schweitzer. Hassman. Good! 20-point game for Hope Hassman.
They have given up only one offensive rebound, not one offensive rebound to BYU in the second half. A big-time adjustment, and they convert.
Great pass from Passos inside as Sarah Brands finishes the easy layup. 2-point game, under 4 to play.
I'm telling you, when you give a team confidence and you take your foot off of that pedal, which BYU's done, watch the dribble drive. This is something that's been very effective for the Vandals in the second half. Beautiful little pocket pass.
For situations like this.
To be able to close out games. My goodness, big block from Odland. Keeps her body off, does a really good job locating that ball. They've held BYU to just 1 for 12 in this fourth quarter. BYU only 2 points in the fourth.
BYU in desperate need of a veteran to step up, and a steal by Nelson on Whiting. Hausman has her shot blocked out of bounds, with Gibb getting back in time. Take the lead.
BYU needed a big-time play, an energy boost type play like this. Delaney Gibb gets it done.
BYU on their home floor as the heavy favorite against this Idaho team.
And you got two true freshmen out there that they're trying to get it done with.
Inside, tie game! Great set drawn up for Schweitzer. 57 all, Delaney Gibb answers right back down the floor with under 2 to play. Hausman, shot blocked. BYU basketball, and the Cougars trying to take the lead back. Hudgens, good find, Hampson inside.
Watch this play right here, and this is what Mariah Hudgens can do. She creates and finding her teammate.
Whiting was 6 and 5 on the shot clock, needs some help, finds Congdon, 3 on the way, good! Kemery Congdon!
Shot clock's under 5 right here. Watch the sophomore guard, but Congdon moving into a space where she had enough.
Needless to say, Idaho needs a bucket, and they need it now. Hausman answers back! Huge 3.
9 from distance. Her team needed her to step up. Oh, you got to foul. If you got to go for the ball but foul, and you see right there, they got to put BYU on the line, stop the clock.
They opt for Amari Whiting.
And stepping up and knocking it down.
First free throw from Whiting. Drops it in. Into Hausman, who has a career-high 23 points. Gibb with the steal, and she's fouled. Well, you want the big defensive stop again? There you go, and it's a true freshman, Delaney Gibb.
Now watch this steal right here. Good pressure from Amari Whiting, and you see just a poke in there as that ball.
Gibb to make it a 2-possession game. Calmly sinks the first free throw. One more to put BYU in front by 5. That too, with the soft touch, rolls in. 3, 2, and 1. Hausman has her shot blocked by Gibb, out of bounds. Delaney Gibb making the huge defensive plays late.